Hi, I'm Smoke Wallen, and I am a survivor and sacred board member. John and Carol asked if I could share a little bit of my why of getting involved. My heart is full that you're all here in support of this worthy and important endeavor. As a child, I experienced severe trauma and abuse. I know exactly what it's like to feel helpless and no hope. I know exactly what it's like to have adults not believe you, to have other adults covering for each other, and to have your trust broken. Someone asked me, what's the point? Giving a month's worth of expenses to some of these families. And I'm reminded of that feeling of not having enough money to have a normal dinner, the fear that my family had in just surviving, and what that did to me as a kid. And I think about, what does it mean when we have these situations and we ignore them? As a society, we have to look in the mirror and really reflect what is shown back to us. What Sacred does is it changes that. It allows us to give back in even a small way, to give these other families and kids a chance to get on their feet, a respite from the storm, an opportunity for a safer place, or potentially a job for mom. Who knows how many of these kids or these families this will help in the end? But honestly, does that matter? If it helps one kid get out of the situation and the negative field of consciousness in which they live and transcend to another level. My improbable story has me escaping the situation, and through a series of very fortunate events, transcending that level of consciousness, escaping those negative groups and people, and being able to have a very successful life and career in business. Which of these other kids might also do that? A lot of them could. Any of them could. And it's through this great work that some of them may. The great mystic Meister Eckhart said over 700 years ago, "The eye with which I see God stares back at me." Perhaps the efforts that we all undertake here at Sacred change that reflection just a little bit in this society, and we all benefit from that. St. Francis of Assisi, in his famous poem, said, "It is in the giving that we receive." I, for one, believe we receive much more than we give with this effort, and I thank all of you. That is good. So I see a day when no child is abused by adults around them. And until we get to that day, I see a day where every child and every family that experiences this kind of trauma has the opportunity to heal. So I thank you all for everything you do. Thank you, John and Carol. Thank you all to the donors. I'm excited to help expand the program to Indianapolis through a significant donation of a not-for-profit I've been involved with, so that we can go much deeper in that community. It's one community after another where we can make a big difference. Thank you all for everything you do, and God bless.